Now look, I'm not saying it's your fault, but maybe if you're the person that packed this, it is your fault. And if you happen to be watching my channel, it's at the exact time and place, maybe this is directly your fault. Now, granted, this has no bearing on the actual review itself, what I think about the Steelbook or the audio or the video or the special features or anything like that, but I do want to talk about it because it happens to the best of us. Even giant YouTubers, not like me, but other people. Anyway, let's show off this Steelbook. We're talking about Willy's Wonderland. Now, I've seen some comparisons, justly, to Five Nights at Freddy's, how this is a ripoff of that, and having seen both of those movies, and not really caring about Five Nights at Freddy's or any of that stuff that is in that vein, I actually enjoyed this. It's not good by any means. You know, we'll talk about the movie at the very end. I don't have a lot of thoughts on it, but I wanted to save that to the end of the video, so stick around for that. But let's get into the packaging, the video, the audio, the special features, and then all of that. And you can decide if this is something that you would pick up. Maybe, you know, we can help each other out. You don't order from the place that I ordered, and then I get to tell you whether or not this is worth a pickup. Let's get into this anyway. Here's the front. Here's the back. Side, side. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, Chris, that looks great, fantastic. Until, you know, I went to open this and, well, what do you know? I should not be able to put this on both sides of my face. I'm just saying I don't know that it's a feature of Steelbooks that is good, you know? Now, granted, I look good with a Nick Cage directly attached to my face, but, you know, maybe I could make some earrings out of them or, you know, something else. I could make a fan out of these. I could do all number of things, but I should not be able to do that with this. So you may not be able to tell, but this thing is destroyed. So I got this from Amazon. Now, I'm not saying, like I said, it's not really indicative of any of that. Normally, I do just buy these from Screen Factory, but I was getting something else, and I was like, well, at least I picked up Footloose, the Steelbook for Footloose. So I was like, well, maybe they'll just come the same day. And I don't have to order from Screen Factory, and I know sometimes they're early, but that was fine. It really didn't matter to me because I was on a schedule, and I've got something else that I'm going to be covering this week, and a multitude of other things. So it was fine that it was coming, and I really haven't had any issues from Amazon with Steelbooks. I know Best Buy was notoriously bad, but Screen Factory has also shipped me a number of things that are not in great condition. So any way you go, you take the chance that something is going to be messed up. This time, I played the lottery and I lost at least half of it. So I've already got a replacement coming, so it'll go on the shelf. This will obviously just get sent back to them. And whoever you are, Dave or Timmy or Tommy or Samantha or Reagan or Ryan or Becky, it was probably you that packaged this shit and, you know, sent it to me. But anyway, again, let's get into this review. On the video front, this is a 4K scan, a new 4K scan. It's got Dolby Vision, and it looks very good. Now, I have never seen this movie before, so I did go back to some older footage on the Blu-ray and look at that. It is a cleaned up version. It does have some grain. It's not grain heavy by any means, but it does look good overall. I enjoyed it. I was like, okay, this is actually a cleaner movie than I kind of went in thinking it would be, because I know it was like lower budget, not bottom of the barrel budget, but I know it was a lower budget. Nick Cage isn't saying any words, so I don't think they really had to pay him anything. You know, they just gave him a bucket of KFC and he was happy, went on his merry way, beat up some, you know, knockoff Chuck E. Cheese people, and then he was gone. Anyway, the video, it looks pretty good. I would say it's a solid 4 out of 5. I was actually surprised that it looked this good. Now, when we go into like Vinegar Syndrome and Screen Factory, I'm not surprised that their transfers are good. It really just comes down to the actual like material that they're pulling from in the source. I didn't know what I was getting into as far as the source went, and I was actually pleasantly surprised. I think this looks good. Now, like Freaky from when that came out last year, I didn't think that looked that great at all, so I was thinking more along that line, and I think this looks better than that. Obviously, very different directors, you know, cinematographers shot differently, but I think it looks really good, and I was kind of surprised that it looked as good as it did. Screen Factory has been surprising me lately, you know, not in how they do packaging or pricing or anything like that, but they surprise me sometimes with their transfers. Let's get into the audio. It's a 5.1 DTS master audio track, and overall, it does the job. Again, with some of these releases that aren't getting new tracks, they're not getting Atmos tracks, they're not getting 2.0 to 5.1s. They're not getting anything like that. It sounds just like any other 5.1 track. I think it does, service to the movie. It does what it needs to do. Everything is clear. Everything is directionally where it's supposed to be. So overall, I don't really have any complaints. Do I wish maybe they'd done an Atmos? Yes. Does it make logical sense for them to do an Atmos for Willy's Wonderland? Probably not. I don't know why I'm still holding these separately. I'm just going to hammer this in that I have two parts and I should not be able to hold it like this. Anyway, so overall, the audio is good. Nothing stand out, nothing amazing. I would give it a 3.5 out of 5. It does it justice. Now, let's get into these special features. And because I was so mad, I actually threw away the J card. I don't know where it went. I don't know if I threw it away, but I set it somewhere. Bear with me. I'm actually going to pull up the special features so we can get into those. So I can tell you how those are. So we got Inside Fun featurette. We got a set tour with actor Christian Del Grosso. We've got Fresh Meat featurette, Color Darkness, and the Demon Atrones featurette, and then trailer, and then some image gallery. So overall, a small set of special features. So if you're buying this disc, it's obviously going to be an upgrade over the Blu-ray, but you kind of got to ask yourself, do you really like this movie? Because this is one of those instances where when I'm going into a release that's a blind buy for me, as this is a blind buy for me, I am it's a 50-50 shot. Now, if you love this movie or like this movie and you don't already own it, why not? Why not just go for the 4K? Get the Steelbook, get the standard edition, whatever you like. You just go ahead and grab it or wait for a sale or anything like that. If you don't like this movie, I mean, obviously, why are you wanting to know if the 4K is good? But anyway, if you're kind of on the fence, I would say this is one of those that I think it's good enough and I think it does everything right. It just doesn't do anything spectacularly. So I honestly, in this instance, would just wait for a sale. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's amazing. But for me personally, having never seen it, I think it was better than what I thought it was going to be. But the bar is low. If I'm sitting at the bar, I'm sitting on the floor like Indian style. That's how low this bar is. And I can, the top of the bar is, way away from me. I'm so small. I'm so small to the ground. Anyway, I think it's fine. I think at this point, overall, I'd probably give it a 3.5 out of 5. Like I said, everything works the way it should. Everything looks, other than the package I received. Everything is fine, and that's kind of what I'll say about this release. The movie's fine, better than expected. The packaging is fine. The video, again, better than expected. That's probably the best part of this is the video, which is obviously why you're here. You do want that upgrade. But should you upgrade to it? I don't know. That's going to come to, you on a monetary front. Now, if you're selling your Blu-ray to buy the 4K, why not? You're going to pay a little extra. But I still would kind of recommend that you just wait for a sale on this one, as I don't think it's like a knockout of the park unless you're just in love with this movie. If you love Willy's Wonderland, then, pick it up. But if not, then like I said, just wait for a Scream Factory sale. They do happen here and there. I would say wait for the Amazon one when that happens, because it does happen very often. They're the ones that mess this up. So I don't know. You're spinning that roulette wheel every time you order from one of these companies. The only company I've never received anything damaged from was Vinegar Syndrome and Arrow. Those are the two companies I've never received anything damaged whatsoever. So high praise to them. They package stuff very well and bubble wrap and all of that stuff, and I've never received anything bad there. Knock on wood. I don't have any wood, but I'm knocking on it mentally. But that's pretty much all I've got. So, you came by, you wanted to know if Willy's Wonderland is any good. I think it's fine, just like the movie. But yeah, I like the movie. I mean, it feels the same for me when I saw the Five Nights at Freddy movie. I had no context going into that movie. I thought it was fine. I don't have years of back lore that I care about. So I was like, hey, Josh Hutcherson's in a movie. I think that's cool. Matthew Lillard's in a movie again. That's pretty cool. So overall, those things kind of were my prominent views on the movie. I thought it was fine. I thought this was fine. They're just very counter to each other. It's like a low-budget version of that, but they're both kind of low budget. I don't know. You decide. You let me know down below. What did you like better? You like Five Nights at Freddy's better or Willy's Wonderland? Let the comments rage. All of you just fight against each other. That's what I want. Conflict. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, let me know. Are you going to pick this up? What else are you picking up throughout February? We got a lot still to come. I've got a lot that I have on the channel, so I'm going to link some videos for you at the end as always. If you like what we do here, consider becoming part of the collective. And I'll talk to you guys in my next 4K review.